As we have discussed earlier, plants prepare their own food using simple compound inorganic sources such as CO2, water, along with some raw materials, and photosynthesize energy in the presence of sunlight and stored in the chlorophyll of leaves. The plants require raw materials like soil, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other minerals to build their bodies. The plants absorb raw materials from soil with the help of roots, which are in contact with the soil. If distance between soil, root, and chlorophyll is small, energy needed is less, and raw materials can easily diffuse into all parts of plant body. If distance between soil, root, and chlorophyll is large, it needs much energy and raw materials cannot diffuse easily. In such cases, a proper system of transportation is essential. Example, tall trees. The energy requirement for transportation also varies according to plant structure. As plants do not move and plant bodies have large dead cells in many tissue, as a result, plants have low energy needs and use slow transport system. In case of tall plants, distance over transport system is large. Why do plants need a transport system? Plants need water, mineral salts, and raw materials for photosynthesis in order to survive. The water and mineral salts from soil is transported into plants through roots. These can only be transported through the water carrying tubes in the stem, also known as xylem. Products of photosynthesis prepared in the leaves are to be transported to the other parts of plants. This can only be transported by the food-carrying tubes, also known as phloem. Transport of water. In xylem, tissue vessels and tracheids are the two types of transport tissue in plants. Both vessels and tracheids consist of thick cell walls. Tracheids are single-celled, shorter in length, whereas vessels are several-celled and much longer than tracheids. In xylem, vessels and tracheids of root stem and leaves are interconnected to facilitate continuous water conduction system to all parts of plant. The water transport upwards against force of gravity with the help of xylem vessels.
Types of xylem. Tracheids. A single tracheid is highly elongated or tube-like cell with hard, thick and lignified walls and a large cavity. Tracheids carry out transport of water, hormones and solutes from the root to the stem, leaves and floral parts. It gives mechanical support to the plant body. Vessels. A vessel is a long, cylindrical, tube-like structure with lignified walls and a wide central cavity. The cells are dead and without protoplast. They serve as a more efficient mode of transport of water and minerals as compared to tracheids due to the presence of perforation plates. These also give mechanical support to the plant body. Types of xylem. Xylem fibers. Xylem fibers are long, narrow, thick and lignified cells. They are usually pointed at both ends. Xylem fibers are dead cells. Xylem fibers provide mechanical strength to the xylem and to the plant body as a whole. Xylem parenchyma. The parenchymatous cells found in xylem are living and isodimetric. Xylem parenchyma cells are more common in primary xylem than secondary xylem. Xylem parenchymatous serves for food storage and helps in the conduction of water upwards.
The functions of the xylem are the movement of water and support. Now think about how the structure of xylem helps with these functions as we go along. Okay, let's have a look at how xylem's structure is related to its function. Can you think of some structures that relate to its function? Well, the cells are long and arranged end to end to form a continuous column. The cell contents die when mature, which means that there's no cytoplasm or nucleus to prevent water flow. The end walls can break down, so there's no barrier to water flow between the adjacent cells. The cell walls are thickened with lignin, which makes them more rigid and therefore less likely to collapse under the tension created by the transpiration pull. This also increases the adhesion of water molecules, allowing for them to rise by capillarity. Annular, reticulate, and spiral thickening allow elongation during growth. This allows for the branches to be flexible and to be able to bend in the wind. There are pits throughout the cells to allow lateral movement of water. And they have a large lumen, which allows a large volume of water to be transported.